Hello and welcome to Inarc Power Talk platform. Well, I'm Sonal Ahuja, founder of House of Learning, and I'm here today to talk about the power of stories in human life. I know it's been long that the words like stories are kind of not used in our day to day life, as we are in a generation of digital integrators, isn't it? The screenagers. And what's that one central thing in these labels that I'm talking is technology, isn't it? And it's interesting to know that we are globally connected now because of it. Just because of technology, we can reach anywhere just by sitting in our own comfortable spaces. And our biggest fears are no longer about spiders, snakes, and heights now, but rather we fear low Wi-Fi. We fear that small buffering circle that comes on our screen, and sometimes, and most importantly, we fear the low battery symbol with a thin red line, isn't it? So yeah, this is the world we are living in today, the world of message saturation and information overload. And this is the major cause of worry nowadays for all the parents, even the educators in that case, as they see their generation, rather I should quote like Gen Alpha or Gen Z, sticking to the screens most of the time. So the key to understand about communication with each other in such an era is not that what stories are, which is going to be my topic today, but at the first place, understanding how the brain works so that we are in a kind of a position to understand how stories are important in anybody's life, and especially children. So the thing to know about brain is that it responds to visuals, which makes sense to me because we live in the visual world. If you think about how to retain or store the information in our head, we actually arrive at understanding communication better. So listen to this. The written text goes into our short-term memory, where we can retain around only 7 bits of information. Whereas visuals go straight into our long-term brain. So it's important to know that 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual, and we process visuals faster. In fact, 60,000 times faster in the brain than text. So some supporting examples I would like to give you here for you to be able to understand what am I saying and how much sense does that make to you. So Oxford English Dictionary each year, it releases its word of the year. And in 2013, the word of the year in the dictionary was hashtag. It's not even a word, it's just a symbol. And it's where we find what is trending. Hashtag hashtag this, hashtag that. So you get to know those trending things. You really don't have to get to the website to understand the trending design of the things. Or on Facebook also you can actually check, or any of the social media handles in that case, In 2014, it was selfie. We all were busy taking the selfies. So this way, we are trying to show our lives through technology. That I take a selfie with a particular person, and this is how you get to know what is going on in your life. In 2015, again, not even a word, but an emoji, especially the face with the tears of joy, that face with blue tears of joy. We all been using it beautifully in each and every communications, whether we are on our chats or we are on our Facebook chats or wherever we are chatting with people, we do use these emojis. Now, isn't this all depicting that we communicate visually? and it precisely adds meaning to the message that we want to convey. And that is why you see the storybooks are all colorful and full of visuals. You see the newspaper, it's full of visuals. You see the tags in the departmental stores, it's full of visuals. Brand logo, majorly the visuals. So this creates a curiosity, in me to actually dive more into the concept of stories, because story is a visual if it is without the use of pictures. For stories, I don't think so. You really need a visual. Let me explain you what I mean to say is, have you ever read a book and then a movie adaptation of the same book released? So my favorite I would like to share is Two States. I was going through this novel by Chetan Bhagat, and then after some time there came a film adaptation, and I saw that. And I told myself, oh my god, Ananya was not like this. Alia Bhatt played the role of Ananya, the South Indian girl, but I had entirely a different image in my mind. I thought, no, she doesn't look like this. And that is how, the good stories are inherently visual, right? Because even without the use of pictures, our brain reconstructs that. And when they have a narrative and we move through the story, we can actually see a lot in our head, And that is why I always say the stories are really powerful. And on the top of that, if it is engaging, it has a lasting impact on our brain. So it's important for the stories to be engaging, and there is a formula to it. And I call it a 3I formula. Now, when I say 3I formula, what I'm trying to say is the stories create interest. They maintain our attention. Then great stories instruct. They have meaning, and so we are involved. Most importantly, great stories inspire us. So why not make them a part of our daily life? When we know they create interest, they instruct, and they inspire, let's make them a part of our daily life. I have myself realized and truly believed that parenting and education is at its best when it tells stories. I've been working with parents. I've been working in schools for almost 2 decades now. And I've seen that we all are busy delivering the curriculum. And I'm not denying the fact that that is not necessary. But have we ever tried to open up a new window or see the delivery of education from a new lens of stories? And that is how, it can be long lasting too. Stories have everything in it. Stories have pictures, stories have colors, stories have movements, and so do the life around us. One doesn't need to just cook the stories or create or sit and write. The stories are there around you in your own ecosystem, in your own life. Right? Now let me just tell you, there are a lot of examples I can share with you that how anybody can spare hours and hours sitting just the riverside. I mean, I can do that. And why I can do that is it has color, it has movements, it has a form. So there is a tendency of my brain to get hooked to those visuals, as I already told, that our brain understands better when everything around us is visual. So, I'm sure after knowing how important are the visuals to our brain, we all, be parents, educators, school leaders, or in that case, even the entrepreneurs, no, we all will be in a state of telling stories from now onwards and try and reach our outcomes. And this is what my message is going to be to all, that stories are important. Find the stories in your life. They're all around you. It has visuals, it has colors, it has movements. They are inspiring, they are engaging, they are giving you knowledge. You just have to pivot your focus that what is that you want to tell to your students, to your children, to your employees, in whichever way. So go ahead, feel the power of stories, see how it is working in your brain, and bring a change in your life. Thank you.